Over at Knapford Station, Mr. Cakester was filling in for Sir Topham Hatt. Katie and Ida have to pull a special train for some new engines today, Mr. Cakester told Sandy. And she steamed out of the yard right into some tank cars. And they started to roll away. Bust my buffers! Gasped Sandy. And these tank cars can't move with no engine. And they rolled fast down the hill. They were out of control. I must save those train cars, Sandy said urgently. They're out of control. They clattered down the line like a maniac or lunatic, exactly the same thing, and then they rolled down a big mountain. Sandy pulled into a siding. And the tank cars rolled through the station. Those tank cars are out of control now, Sandy said. And they were! They rolled past a shunting yard and the engine sheds. And Katie and Ida blew their whistles as the tank cars came rushing towards them. Bust my boiler! Those tankers are gonna crash! And they did! Oh, 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 oh! They cried. Mr. Cakester arrived. He was very proud. Great work saving a runaway, said Mr. Cakester proudly. Thank you, sir, Katie said. I know it. Before long, Lorni began pushing a brake van over to the train cars. I'll have this mess cleaned up in no time, said Lorni. And she puffed over to the train cars. And she pulled and tugged the tank cars back onto the rails. And she steamed out of the siding backwards. Women engines like me are really useful, Lorni said, because I like to pass over water brooks and bridges. And she felt pleased with herself as the tank cars rolled in reverse. And she steamed off to where the tank cars would be located. After the timber was loaded, Katie and Ida made their way up the mountain with all their weight. And they soon arrived in front of Sandy. Lorni is taking your tank cars to where they need to go, Katie said. She's important to us. I'm sure she is, Sandy said. And they steamed off with their logs. These logs must be used to make a new building, said Ida. And the trailing units behind me are really useful when I pull along. And she felt pleased with herself as she pulled the train along. The center beams were full, but still carried on. Before long, Sandy was hooked up to Katie and Ida, and she steamed off to the shunting yard. "I'm sure we'll do a good job with our freight train," said Katie. "Of course we will," Ida said.